And here we go! Game number 2 is live. So let's see what we have there. We have Relica as USF. We have Spagat as Soviet. We have Inkauna as Soviet. As USF. And we have Tommy as Soviet. On the other side, we have Nix as Austria. We have Free CHO as OKW. We have Stalingrad as Oster, and we have Chrono Walker as OKW as well. Well mixed teams. It looks like it Relica is copying the same strategy from our allies from the last game, and Inkauna as well.
Yeah, I know they were planning on possibly running one Brit, but I guess ultimately they decided to go 2 Soviets instead.
I like double Soviets a little bit more than Brits, to be honest.
Yep.
It's just my experience with 4 vs 4, but when I was playing 4 vs 4, it was... Brits weren't that good, so we were not running them. I don't know how it is. Actually, it's a little bit time to flex and pretend I'm really good. And BloodBath won. My team got 2nd place, which is several years back. That was the only tournament where I ever won money.
When you played with the full TR team, right?
Yes. And yeah, it was a really enjoyable set there. I think one of our games are actually up on YouTube on Hans's channel, where we played against another 4 vs 4 hero team with like Käsezwerg and a few other guys. I can't recall everyone. It was actually a really insane series. I remember when we won it, we were like screaming because we were like the underdogs there. We weren't expecting to win. So anyways, let's focus on the game. We have a little bit more aggressive plays there from the Axis this time. Like really pushing aggressively with the COPEHAVEN forward. And we have some incoming mortar fire from Nix, and Nix building bunker right away. Something I would have loved to see from the Axis in game number 1 as well, but they failed to do it. We have, meanwhile, on the left-hand side, sandbags coming up everywhere. Double fuel at the moment, under control for the Axis, but that will surely change soonish.
Yeah, this definitely seems to be the eminent build order for Axis. Is that Austere just rushes support weapons and tries to get forward reinforced up as soon as possible to match the ambulance, and OKW just goes Kubel so you can fast cap the fuel and then screen the flanks with the Volks.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, the alternative is Fusiliers like we saw last game. But
yeah, but it didn't work out that well. Like, they're really good, but if you don't if like they need the upgrade, a little bit of veterancy, then you can steamroll support weapons with them actually. But it takes some time, and I think they didn't have that in game number 1. Meanwhile, we have the 2nd watcher coming up from Nix. Nix only has 1 grenadier, probably as the panic snare platform. Otherwise, he would have skipped it as well. We have
a forward battle group on the left instead of the Austere bunker.
Yeah, I think that's also like reasonable. Like either forward bunker from Austria or battle group from OKW. Even though I would say OKW should go tier 2 in an arranged team format. Just for because the Stuka is so potent, right? Having access to rocket artillery so early into the game is pretty amazing.
I imagine the OKW player on the right, Echo, is going to do that, mechanized.
Yeah.
Hence why the Austere player was the one building the forward reinforcement instead of the OKW battle group.
A lot of smoke coming down, man. The left-hand side. Both teams are smoking the battlefield there.
Very strong fuel start for the Axis here.
Yeah, that's true. But also, like, fuel was a few times decapped for a longer period of time, even though allies were never able to maintain control for it for a long time. So still slight fuel lead there for the Axis, but it looks like it's equalizing, but never mind. We have Chrono Walker with the deep cap there. Going for the cutoff. How often do you see a cutoff pushing 4 vs 4, man?
Well, in the early game, it can still happen, you know, like you mentioned last game, the mid area is often just completely devoid of any fighting this early on.
Yeah.
So you can send a squad through there and probably get through without much resistance. Interesting to see the mortar spam actually paying off for the Axis here.
Austin Mortar's really good.
Yeah, forcing repositions constantly on the Maxims. Look how low they are on the right.
Yeah. That's
And
something
also
you
doing
don't
a lot of
underestimate,
damage to
like the
Pathfinder.
health damage. Because when they're really low, especially on the Maxim with the bad pinning, you can really deathloop them with their low HP. We have the
Mortars
ambulance
also
running
do
away from one Volk.
Pretty good job of limiting the effectiveness of the Pathfinders, I think, because they don't, before the bars at least, they really don't do that much damage on the move.
Yeah, they're really poor without bars.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, it's not looking too shabby for the Allies. Yeah, they have some issues. But I think the ambulance and Maxim spam power spike will kick in soon. At least it looks like it. Where's the ambulance actually from, Inca?
They badly need some indirect here.
Yeah, Pekawis maybe.
Like, these Pathfinders are worthless if you can see the support weapons, but you can't actually do
Kill
anything
them.
about it, you know?
Yes.
Kind of just staring at them.
Pekawi actually, I think double Pekawi would make sense. Not sure how effective you can use it with your manpower economy.
I mean, the problem with over-investing in the Pekawis is that the meta OKW is always going to rush a Stuka, right?
Yeah, it's a
And
really
he's
small
just
window of
gonna
opportunity where the Pekawis can do damage, but I think
absolutely
against mortar
cream
spam
your
it's really
Pekawi.
efficient and keep in mind the bunker can't run away unlike the ambulance, so being able to kill it. Especially
True.
at the game situation where Austria is investing into his tier 2 tag with stuff. We have a Puma actually coming in. That's the ambulance. Nice flank there.
No snares in the area, too.
Yeah,
to secure the
weakness
kill
of
on
no
the Puma.
only Pathfinders.
Yeah. And the Puma build is actually going to work out pretty well because of the AA half track coming out from Inca right now.
Yeah,
Puma does a very good job of zoning out the AA half track.
Allies will definitely be mad about that.
Yeah. Especially since that was what, you know, AA half track was what they needed to maybe push off these MGs. But now with the Puma on the field, that's not strictly possible. Not easily, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, they're trying to see the Maxim. And Maxim will definitely get stolen there. Huge loss there. We have Jäger command squad on the field.
Well, Inca at least managed to save the medics, so can still heal, but of course can't reinforce.
Yeah, he needs to replace the ambulance, and your ambulance is already on the field. And again,
Another
Chrono Walker
cutoff.
going for the decap on the cutoff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's taking everything the allies have just to hold the flank, so their control of the mid is just non-existent.
Yeah.
There's Axis in a much more secure position, so they can afford to divert forces over there. It looks like Puma's gonna pick up.
Puma will pick up
the ambulance as
the
well.
ambulance. And get smoked from his teammate. Will it be the saving grace there? That would be hilarious. Nope. Abusing the fact there's a double flak half track. Puma can't win against the flak half tracks. Puma actually can lose against flak half track. Did you know that? If you have like,
Yes.
if the flak half track is standing still, and when that mortar shot, holy shit.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Volts. Holy.
Puma gets picked up by killing 2 ambulances.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, the strat is just to stand your ground if you get dived.
Yeah.
And let that 37mm do some work on the Puma.
In the hopes that you kill it and this is one shot.
Yeah. One of them does go down, though.
Yeah. Stuka on the way from Chrono Walker. Chrono Walker, by the way, full retreat. So I think if the Axis on the left-hand side are able to push off the MG42, they will be able to get the view.
Yeah. And I would hope that they do, too, because right side is a complete deadlock. They're so dug in over there, the Axis. PALGAMING taking some losses, turning over that Maxim, so unlikely to be able to push back.
120 million mod on the field, actually. That's actually something I really like. That's the same job as a PALGAMING, but it's easier to be afforded from a Soviet player with a doctrine. You don't need to tech for it.
Much easier to keep alive against Rocket RD.
Yeah,
too.
and you can retreat, right? So it makes it way easier. That's more mobile, I think.
Well, it can retreat and survive on one man. That's really crucial.
Stuka now on the field though, and P4 actually. I would lie if I say I'm not a huge fan of tier 3 in 4 vs 4. In my opinion, tier 3 is really like has a small window of opportunity where it's good. Because
Yeah,
like look at the minute 11, right?
Yeah.
And theoretically there should be 8 AT guns on the field by now, or at least 4, where the P4 then gets just killed right away.
Yeah, but I think in this situation it makes a lot of sense because it's a pretty solid timing. Allies have taken a lot more losses in the Axis.
Stuka, by the way, first barrage missed completely, no kills.
Oh yeah.
Here we go, P4 is pushing in. No support there, no second line. Chrono Worker getting a second Stuka right away. AT gun is setting up, but not their platform. Using the oh shit, I got a plate smoke. Going for the ambulance again. Ambulance running towards enemy fire.
That's interesting, but I actually thought he would stick around and try to get the kill on the Zis first.
Yeah,
But,
me too.
Yeah, all in on the ambo.
Well, I think if you want to break allies, you need to kill the ambulances with consistency. Because that will force the allies off the field, right? The team that loses his forward reinforcement will lose in the long run because they are not able to keep field presence.
Yeah, and the ambo is expensive too. 250 manpower.
Yeah, it's something you don't want to spend. The double 120 mil though doing some heavy work, at least HP damage wise. But the lack of snares is really noticeable.
Yeah, Allies gonna have to be on point with that.
AT on positioning.
Yeah, AT positioning. Deep push on the right side here. That flank is completely open.
Yeah. They're looking for those juicy targets.
They're making some pretty good gains on the left side though, finally securing the fuel for a bit.
Yeah, I think allies
without
without fuel can deal a little bit. Ambulance get picked off by the Stuka. Oh, the Stuka gets away!
Oh, that's massive.
And the Maxim gets... That was a huge second Stuka barrage coming in as well. And I think I know it will gonna land. Oh boy. Not that bad actually, I thought it would be way worse.
Heavy manpower casualty, so I mean look at Relica. He's forced to rebuild these ambulances all the time. He's got 0 manpower in the bank.
Yeah. But the Soviets are doing fine. We have, by the way, Spaghetti with defensive doctrine, which you don't see that often, I would say, in large team games, since anti-tank Overwatch isn't that particularly good.
Yeah, I know Spaghetti's favorite strat in this mode is just to get double 120s as quickly as humanly possible.
Yeah, makes sense, right? Having a PALGAMING with more survivability pays off, especially, we could see it on the Stolen Maxim, how it got obliterated there.
Slowly chipping away at the battle group.
Yeah, you want to get rid of it. Like, losing the battle group is actually expensive. It's something you don't want to rebuild if possible. We have a Werfer on the field, and with the amount of targets on the field, 9 kills, first barrage, I think. Not sure if it was the first or second barrage.
Trying its best to wipe out the double mortars.
Yeah, not sure. Like, Werfer needs a shotgunning, otherwise it won't kill it. We have heavy barrage though, heavy delay fuse, or however you call it. Delayed fuse. That's insanely good against support teams and things that can't run away.
The only reason the Allies are even holding the left is because Axis went for, on the left side, very support weapon heavy build.
Yeah.
OKW player with 2 Stukas, obviously. So they have no real pushing power, despite inflicting heavy losses on the support
Yeah, they can't.
weapons, the allies.
They're not. Let's see if the Axis are able though to translate that sooner into lead. Meanwhile, we have 3 Siege. Oh, flooding a lot of resources there. 900 manpower, 180 fuel and ammo. Getting rid of the Stukas. I think a dive for the Stukas is soon needed.
I think Echo might be going straight for the KT, actually. He's got all 3 truck. Yeah, that's definitely what he's doing.
Well, with double fuel income most of the game, makes sense.
It's going to be a huge pain for the allies. No vet on any of these AT guns.
I think Tommy lost the second Maxim. Yeah. Panther on the way from 3 CGO.
Got a Broom Broom coming out from Nyx on the
Werfer fire coming in. Not the best effect though. Too middle.
Massive, massive smoke screen on the left. Try and secure the left fuel.
Yeah, T-34 on the field from Spaghetti. That will help out as a defensive tool. Did the bundle kill the 50 cal or was it the Pigrin just casually walking by and shooting those STGs?
The bundle did like 75% HP damage in one model, and then the Pigrin STGs did the rest.
The good thing about 120mm actually is that the model reinforcement is just 15 per piece. So it's bad losing models, of course, but it's not the end of the world. It's really cheap to reinforce those boys. In my opinion, it's really hard to inflict hardcore manpower damage against Soviet players if they know what they're doing, because they're so cheap to reinforce.
Nasty Stuka barrage on the
yeah,
left side again.
Shipping away those models, the veteran C.
Decrewing 2 mortars.
Stuka coming in.
Oh no. Such painful losses every time that Stuka fires.
Yeah, Stukas need to get killed. 21 killed, 29 killed. It's
Tommy
telling a
losing,
story, right?
Conscript squad in the center to the Broom Broom, but Broom Broom getting pretty low now thanks to the marked target.
Yeah, but nothing to kill it off.
M1's got some nice pins though. Good for veterancy purposes, I guess.
Yeah, but I think in the long run you want to get rid of M1, not because they are bad, but amount of artillery on the field, you know, it's hard to keep them alive. And M1s without veterancy suck. And you won't wet them up, right? Like with double Stuka, double Werfer on the field. No chance in hell those things will reach vet free. So Jacksons are definitely needed. Vehicle crew trying to pick a fight against Jäger Command Squad. Without being biased, I think they will lose that unless the mortar ships some good damage there.
Okay, so Echo actually ended up going for the Panther and then a left instead of the KT. Which is pretty reasonable, I suppose.
Yeah, we have some mines coming down. And S-mines from an OKW player, I think. No, it just was I just was blind. We have Pigrins with Fracture actually. Look at the wall of support teams there.
The ambulance just died again? I think so. I mean, that's like the 4th ambulance by now.
Real, oh man. The business must be going really great for General Motors building those ambulances. I think they were built by General Motors, I'm not sure. We have a new T-34 on the way, so Spaghetti lost his first one. We have Tommy going for guard motor. Not a big fan of this, like he went earlier for the 120 mils. Not sure though. I don't like 85s and 4 versus. I already don't like them in 2 versus 2, but in 4 versus 4 they're like really bad.
Yeah, he's being forced to build a 76 here just because he doesn't have any manpower to save up for the 85, and he needs something on the field now.
Yeah.
Like, Echo is just running straight through his back line.
And he's enjoying his field day there, man.
Yeah. Inca should be pretty close to a Jackson, right? Oh no, he went for a Scott. Okay.
Oh, Scott is perfect! No! Set up the AT gun badly.
Oh, that sprinting LMG Grenblad gonna make short work of the M1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Axis putting on the chokehold here.
Yeah, before coming around the flank.
Encircling from all sides.
Yeah, man.
Such a massive fuel advantage the whole game. Probably gonna pick up.
Did you just saw that?
P4 here.
The P4,
Yeah,
the
Scott.
P4 died. Scott picked up the P4.
Scott shot right into the engine deck. Glorious.
That must
On
be
the
frustrating.
The Brum Brum down.
Brum Brum goes down.
Too. Yeah, to like triple AT guns. Okay.
We've dropped to 200 points.
Veteran C2, something. But now the hell is raining down double Stuka and Werfer shooting it to the choke point. And the 105, I think.
Make matters worse, there's a Tiger on the field now as well from Connor Walker.
Look at this bad boy. What you gonna do when it comes for you, man? Man. Can LS recover from this?
So difficult to stabilize in this kind of situation.
They have no
because
TDs on the field.
Yeah, Axis just have a very complete composition, so they're able to effectively deal with pretty much anything the Allies can throw at them right now.
Yeah, they need tank destroyers, they need Katyushas. You know, they need so many different things right away, but they don't have the resources for it. By the way, Redika and Spagat have enough resources to throw in their anti-tank abilities.
I mean, I think the only way they could claw their way back into this game is concentrate all their forces and make a big push somewhere through
They need to get, like, T-unit wipes.
Yeah.
But that will be really, really hard. Oh, and maybe throwing anti-tank Overwatch on the Katyusha, Stukas, when the rings are passing? That would be like a glorious target, man. Next to the battle group headquarters. Throwing their, like... Oh, no, he's not using it against it.
Yeah,
he's going
Tiger
for the Tiger.
coming through the middle.
Yeah, man.
Flank is
but
collapsing.
already.
Yeah. And that's curtains for the Allies.
I would say quite convincing GG for the this 4 team.
Yeah. I don't think there was a decisive moment that caused the Allies to lose. I think they
it was just execution from the first minute from them.
Just gradually getting outplayed.
But fear not. The envoys of Copenhagen now dropping down to the lower bracket, so they still have their chances to make it into the finals. Oh. Will be interesting. Let's have a look what we want to cast next. What games are up, potentially. I hope you enjoyed yesterday, by the way. I was sadly not around because of real life stuff. But I heard there were some good games running. Look at the KDs, man.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Poor Relica.
That is a real eyesore.
You know, when the USF player has 0.3, I think, KD. You know, shit hit the fan quite hard.
Who do they play next? Actually, they
Yeah,
play
let's check the brackets actually.
the winner of Co-France and Social Credit Union, which is the team with Twisted Tootsie on it, if I'm not mistaken, and Macros.
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to cast the game with Twisted Tootsie in it.
Yeah, he's still playing his trademark ass section.